So today we're going to talk about even more angle relationships. The first one I want to talk about is something called complementary angles. Not like, hey, that's a really nice shirt when you compliment somebody, but more like you complete. And that's how you can think of these, that it's angles that add together to give you 90 degrees for complementary. They kind of complete each other. So in this case, I would have angle 1 plus angle 2. That would give me in the corner here a 90-degree angle. Similarly, we have supplementary angles, and those are two angles that add to 180 degrees. So in this case, angle 3 plus angle 4 would give us 180 degrees, that straight line. Now, they're very similar. How do you remember the difference? So put these like this. All right, here's some ways that I have to help you remember. C is for 90, S is for 180. C and then S is in alphabetical order. And when you count, 90 comes before 180, right? So the first one goes with the first one, and the second one goes with the second one. The other way is that C stands for corner, which looks like that, a 90-degree angle. And S stands for straight, which looks like that. If you have other ways to remember it, I would love to hear. Those are two of the ways that I've had success with kids remembering, and even myself remembering which one is which. Okay, so let's apply these. Let's look at our first one here. So I noticed that I have a 90-degree box in the corner, which means these form a right angle or a 90-degree angle. If I add these together, adjacent angles, to use another vocab word, if I add those together, I'm going to get those 90 degrees. So let's write that. I'll put 2x plus 28, exactly what I see there, equals 90 degrees. And then it's a two-step equation, no big deal. We'll subtract 28 from both sides. I get 62, I think, yes. And then we'll divide by 2. X is worth 31. It didn't ask me what this whole measurement was. It just asked for X. Okay, let's look at a different one. These go together to make a straight line. Well, what do we know about straight lines? They're 180 degrees. So let's add 3x plus 123 to get 180. These are supplementary angles. Same thing. We'll solve the equation, subtract on both sides. I get 57, and then divide by 3. X equals 19. Okay, let's look at another one. In this case, I'm not given any numbers, but I have enough information that I can figure this problem out. I see on the bottom I've got a straight line. That's 180 degrees. I also see that I have this right angle box. So two ways. I can say that the two x's together equal 90, or I can say that all three together equal 180. So let's do that. X plus 90, those are my three angles together, give me a straight line. And then I can subtract 90, and you'll see, I can also put the two x's together. So 2x equals 90, which is kind of what I was saying. You can see that the other two would add together to give you the other right angle. And then we'll just divide by 2. Oops, sorry, 2. X equals 45. So each angle is a 45-degree angle. One more example. So again, I have supplementary angles. I know that 10x plus 80 equals 180 degrees. That's straight line. Subtract 80. I get 10x equals 100. Divide. X equals 10. Now I have a hint for you. There's not going to be any numbers on this next page. If you see a diagram something like this. So I have two lines that cross at a 90-degree angle, and then I have another line that goes through that vertex, that same center point. One right angle, I'll draw it over here. One right angle forces the other three angles to also be 90 degrees. Usually we won't label all three of them because it's just kind of an understood rule. So if this is 90 degrees, by supplementary angles, this one happens to be 90 degrees. And then supplementary top and bottom, this one happens to be 90 degrees. And this one happens to be 90 degrees. You could also say that you have vertical angles. So if the one that's marked is 90, it makes the other vertical angle 90 as well. All right. So if you were asked to do something like this and you weren't given any more information, maybe this is where that XX thing came from before, then you could figure it out because you would know that this is 90, which means these two together are also 90. Just a couple little shortcuts that you'll learn along the way. Okay. So to review, where did I put the cards? We have complementary, which is 90 degrees, and we have supplementary, which is 180 degrees. Same idea, just with a different name and a different total.